1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. A cold strike on the inside corner. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Right over the middle, knee high. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Now the air toward the right side of the infield. Grant is camped under this one. One down. Still early in the season, of course, but we'll give you a look nonetheless at our standings to this point in April. Digging in, Sammy Pitts. Going. Here comes the first pitch. Bat explodes as this has popped up. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Oh, that'll make you smile as a pitcher. You make a good pitch, you blow the guy's bat up, and then you make the play yourself. In your head, you're thinking, nice swing, meat.
Into the box now, Jesse Pitts.
She'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 2 outs, nobody on, but a base runner here feels like it would really change the complexion of the inning.
Yeah, Matt, that's a great point. If this 2-hitter finds a way on, it really sets up the very good middle part of the order to do some damage after all.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed, opposite bat. You could see the sweep of the ball coming right into you. That was a great take.
Oh, he brought it back. So they go quietly here in this half inning. 3 innings complete. It's the Blue Jays 4, the Rays nothing. Ready for another chance. Harvey Jean. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Harvey Jean.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1.
Been a real big struggle for him so far on the mound. 4 runs and only 3 innings, so it'll be interesting to see if he can settle in at all and make some adjustments, or if this start will continue to run downhill.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. Standing in, Ryan McCord comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Well, there's a strike looking, but you know what? They've been so patient. They're leading in this game, I think, because of their discipline at the plate. They're not swinging at balls out of the zone.
And a curveball taken for strike 2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And the changeup is way low that time. 4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Now a half swing, but it's strike 3 anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2.
The shortstop,
Gene Segura standing in. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Starts him out with a curveball for a strike.
You know, Matt, sometimes guys throw too many strikes. Listen to this. 70% of the time in the game, he's throwing first pitch strike to the hitters, and yet he's still struggling. Maybe he's got to move it off the plate, relocate, or maybe reach back for a little extra. But, man, they're all over him right now.
I'm sure he's frustrated by that call. Probably could have been a strike, but at the same time, earning strikes from the umpire.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Blue Jays go down in order, but they're in front 4-0. Settling in now, Jeremy Pitts.
Right fielder.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A high fastball is in there.
Well, that's a high fastball in the low 90s. That is a dangerous, dangerous pitch right there. He got away with one. The guy took the pitch. Maybe he's just measuring him up. I wouldn't come back with that again.
Grounded to first. The out, 3 unassisted.
The left fielder, number 11, Booth.
Riding in once again, Booth Bobo. And the first pitch is chopped foul at the plate at strike 1. 0-1 pitch on its way. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. The 1-2 pitch. Again, he sends it out of play.
Oh, he might have got away with one. A 2-strike breaking ball that ended up being in the zone. I think he probably wanted that out of the zone, but fortunately, he just fouled it off.
And you wonder about the control now as he misses high with the slider. Set to deal on 2-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
John Pitts will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
He is being aggressive in this inning. 0-2 on this hitter. The first 2 outs were recorded quick because he came right after the hitter. I don't think that changes right now either. He's going to continue to be aggressive to this hitter as well. Well, when you're hitting with 2 strikes, you're just in battle mode. Right there, he gets a breaking ball. He just fouled it off. Got a piece of it and stays alive.
Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
Great pitch right there on 0-2. Purpose pitch, right? Running that ball in off the plate. Now that opens up that whole strike zone, and you're not quite as comfortable as a hitter.
Here he comes again, 1-2. This one's down to third. Gene is up with it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Rays go in order, 1-2-3. They're on the short end of a... Digging in and looking for more, Angel Pagan. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Angel Pagan.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0.
Well, he's still out there to start the 5th inning, but it's been a real grind of a start for him. The pitch count is much higher than he'd like it to be, so it's hard to imagine him working really deep into this game.
And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
The right fielder, number 32, Jay Bruce.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Jay Bruce. He doubled earlier and carries a 2 for 2 line into this appearance. Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1.
Well, he got ahead of him right there with one. Down and into this guy. That's his nitro zone right there. You don't want to float around there very often.
4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Pitts ranging up the middle, and the throw gets him at first on as fine a play in the hole as you're ever likely to see. 2 away now.
Jason Castro.
Ready for another shot now. Jason Castro. A hit in 2 tries so far. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
Watching him on the mound, I'm really impressed with what he's doing right now. He's been really aggressive and confident over the last couple of innings.
Chopped foul over towards the dugout. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And a neck-high fastball that time. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full. 3-2. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. 2 out, nobody on. And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner. Here's Ben Zobrist now. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes, he did. It's ruled a strike. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And the cutter got him swinging. Strike 3, and the side is retired. Blue Jays held in check, but they digging in for his second at-bat, Bobby Villona leads off from the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
Called strike at the knees. Evens the count at 1-1.
The difference maker in this outing than others is the two-seamer. He's doing whatever he wants to do with that ball. It's moving all over the place.
Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
We are watching him reach back and just challenge it with the fastball. Now we got a 1-2 count, and that's 3 fastballs in a row.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. A fastball down near the shoe tops.
As long as you actually get it inside, that two-seam fastball running towards the hands is a really good pitch.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Well, he's been throwing the ball pretty well so far, but right here, 3 balls to the leadoff guy to maybe get them a chance to get them going. He's just got to come back, make them swing the bat. I'd rather see him earn his way on the base by swinging the bat instead of a walk.
And that misses ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
Connor Pitts.
So coming to the plate, Connor Pitts. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Grounder down the line at third. But this is foul for the first strike. From the stretch, and they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Here's the 1-1. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Oh, and there's the good curveball as he set down on strikes for the second time here tonight. Now at the plate, Rene Beltran. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's a look over to first and a dive, but he's back. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
Well, he's really having good success in this game. And, you know, looking at it, you go, how's he doing it? Well, it's surely not the first pitch strike. I mean, he's a little over 60% first pitch strikes. That's good. It's not great. For the type of success he's having, you can't figure it out.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Slapped hard the opposite way. Bruce is right there as he takes it for the second out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the shortstop, Jeff Pitts.
So striding forward now, Jeff Pitts comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Nolasco comes set. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0. Now a move over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. 1-0 pitch on the way. Pitch outside, the throw. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily. The 2-0 on the way. 3-0 now.
Well, you wouldn't have expected this kind of at bat out of him, but he's fought himself right back with an opportunity now to really drive in 2 runs.
And that's in there, 3-1.
It'll be interesting if he comes in the zone aggressively again here. With the base open, he doesn't have to.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Neuenhuis sprinting after it. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. Dan Straley will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far. Ready for another chance? Kevin Grant. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Now here it comes. Hit on the ground out to short. Played on the backhand. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again. Kirk Neuenhuis comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Into the windup and the pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. Now a southpaw up to throw in that Tampa Bay bullpen. And he's got to be more disciplined here. It's 0-2.
Well, he's got him thinking right now. There's a fastball, then he comes back at the curveball and gets him out in front. I think when you get him out in front like that, you come back and throw another curveball right here.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
He throws him on the breaking ball that time. Kirk Neuenhuis is sent packing for out number 2 in the 6th. Harvey Jean is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. The windup and the 0-1. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
1 ball.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Now here's the pitch. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Digging in once again, Sammy Pitts. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hard hit ball to second. Zobrist has it, and he's retired here 1 away. Ready for another shot now. Jesse Pitts. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Here's the first pitch to him. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Now here it comes. Sent on the ground out to second. Towards second, Zobrist is there, and he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out.
Right fielder.
At the plate, Jeremy Pitts. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First delivery to him on the way. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
2-0 now. Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Outside. 3-0 now. Boof Bobo would be next. And a dive in left, but he can't get it. It'll get by him toward the wall. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone. Striding in once again, Boof Bobo, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Now some definite signs of life in that Toronto bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander begin to throw. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. 2-0.
Man, I don't know if they want any part of him. 2 pitches away. I know he's sitting 2-0 now. This will tell us a lot. Will he come in now, or will he continue to stay away?
Lifted in the air to center field. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ryan
Leading off for
McCord.
Toronto,
0 for 2 on his
fielder,
line thus far.
Ryan McCord.
And that's in there for strike one. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Curveball that time, not even close. Here it comes on 1-1. And a fastball just a bit high. 2 balls and a strike. Here it is. Lined but speared on a hop. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
The shortstop.
Ready
number
once
9,
again, Gene Segura.
Segura.
He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Now here it comes. And that's right there, and we're even at 1.
Oh, he reached back and challenged him right there. I like that. Early in the count. Here it is, big fella. I know you're a good hitter, but I'm coming right after you.
Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. Back up the middle. And that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit. Standing in,
Now
Angel Pagan.
the
He was
designated
retired
hitter,
via the ground
Angel
ball last time
Pagan.
up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
In for a strike. It's 1-1. Now a throw over to first, and the runner back. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And another throw over, and he'll dive back in. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Outside, 2-1. Throw over to first. Runner's back. And it misses. 3-1 now. Due next is the dangerous Jay Bruce. Now a throw over, and he'll get back in standing. Runners on first with 1 down. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full. 3-2. Payoff pitch on its way. And he misses with that one for ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second now with 1 away.
The right fielder, number 30.
Here's Jay Bruce now.
Jay
2 for
Bruce.
3 with a double on his line so far. First pitch on its way. There's a fastball right over the inside corner.
That's a good pitch right there. Now he's ahead in the count. You got the hitter back on his heels a little bit. Even though it's a tough situation, you know you're going to have to use all your pitches to pitch out of it.
Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here. He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
Oh, that's off.
And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And he'll stay alive here, but just barely as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
For the Blue Jays,
Jason Castro, the catcher, is in. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Pulls the string on that one. 1 strike. He's set. Here's the 0-1. A wave and a miss. A tick behind a good fastball.
Matt, this is where I like this guy pitching. First and 2 outs, he's got himself a little bit of a jam, but now he likes to paint the corners. Watch him fight himself out of this situation.
Another 0-2 coming. Sharp slider that time, just missed inside.
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning.
it's time for the traditional 7th inning stretch.
Digging in now, John Pitts. He'll try and get something started in the home half of the seventh.
Designated hitter, John Pitts.
Takes a high fastball for a strike.
I think he's pitched better than anyone really expected in this one. He's done a real nice job, but someone's going to make him pay if he puts too many more pitches in that location.
And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. In for strike two. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
One thing you try to do as a hitter is figure out what pattern the pitcher is pitching. I can't cover the whole plate. He's done a masterful job of pounding him on the outside half for strikes, and they haven't figured it out yet.
So he notched the backwards K on that one. John Pitts is sent packing to begin the bottom of the inning. Bobby Villalona is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1.
Well, Matt, we talk about first pitch strike, right? Look, it's not great what he's been doing, but he's over 60% of the time. First pitch is going to be a strike. That's a nice little nugget to have if you're the starting pitcher.
Not in time, and he's in there with a double. Into the box, Connor Pitts. And he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. 1 out and a runner on second base. Had him off balance a bit as this is skied into short left center. And a dive out there in left center, but he can't come up with it. Villalona rounds the corner and is headed home. And he'll get in there safely. Joe Smith takes the call from the pen as he'll try to get the final 2 outs of this 7th frame.
Now pitching for Toronto, number 38, Joe Smith.
Rene Beltran will be his first assignment, and he's got a tough spot here with the runner at 3rd and only 1 gone. He's set, and the pitch. A slider that he looks at over the outside corner.
I don't have a problem taking that pitch right there. New pitcher just came in out of the bullpen. You want to see what he's got. You measure the first pitch. Now get ready to hit.
Now this is popped up. Room, however, behind the plate for Castro. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the 2nd out.
Now batting.
Digging in, Jeff Pitts. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. Ball 2. Men on 3rd with 2 down. 2 tight and 0.
Well, the tying run looms on deck, so keeping this guy off the base is essential. In danger of walking him right here, though.
And he'll just lay this one in there. 3-1.
Now that's a really curious pitch selection. 3-0 and turned to the slider. You have to wonder if maybe he's lost the feel for his fastball.
And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Sammy Pitts.
Sammy Pitts is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. And now the Blue Jays get a left-hander up and throwing in their bullpen. And he misses low with it. 2-0.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up. But that was a nice job of laying off.
And this is a called strike at the letters. Looked like ball 3, but make it 2-1 instead.
Well, that was unexpected. You're looking for that sinker down. He throws a fastball up. Now he's just changed the game on you. He's forcing you to look somewhere else.
And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Digging in, the switch hitter, Ben Zobrist. He'll start things out for us here in inning number 8.
Ben Zobrist.
And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
I love the pitch sequence. He shows him a pitch in the zone, then he throws him a slider out of the zone. He's owning him right now.
Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Another payoff pitch. And a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning.
Now batting.
So digging in now, Kevin Grant. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. And they'll try and get him out in front to start the at-bat, but this misses off the plate away. It's ball 1.
I'll tell you, it's a helpless feeling for a manager or a pitching coach when your pitchers are having a really hard time throwing strikes. What are you supposed to do other than keep trying new guys until someone starts attacking the zone?
The 1-1 pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Boy, not exactly what you'd like as a pitcher. One of the keys is to minimize your pitches, attack the strike zone early, a lot of deep counts, and working himself into a lot of trouble.
Oh, in time as he just gets the tag down. 8th inning, 4-1 is our score. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd foul. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8.
The batter.
Now in the
fielder,
box, Kirk Neuenhuis. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip. And a fastball just a bit up. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Inside here with the hard stuff, and it's 2-1 now. Hit down the line at first, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. 2-2 count. Here it comes. And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the 3rd strike, and the inning is over. Justin Wilson will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season.
Justin Wilson.
At the plate, Jesse Pitts. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. And wow, a very high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 1-1.
Well, this offense finds themselves struggling right now, and they're down a few runs. They got to try to manufacture, get somebody on, maybe hit and run, and then you look for the big ball. Looks like right now everybody's swinging for the downs. They got to turn it around a little bit, play a little small ball, get it going.
And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Another 1-2 delivery. Ball 2. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Now a little pop-up off toward the 3rd base side. And there's out number 1.
Up next for Tampa Bay.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Jeremy Pitts. He doubled earlier in the game. 1 for 2 to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Well, they're running out of time. It's the 8th inning. They got to get some runners on and maybe come up with a big home run. But 3 runs down in the 8th. They got to execute. Their outs are a premium.
On the corner away, a ball and a strike. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Here's a little chopper up the middle. Barehanded by Zobrist. He beat it out. Outstanding effort, but he can't get the out. So there'll be a runner aboard with 1 gone. Boof Bobo stands in as he looks at a called strike. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. Here's a high pop-up. Segura is there for it. And that's the second out of the inning. Stepping into the box, John Pitts. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one.
John Pitts.
First delivery to him on the way. The cutter runs outside, ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. Now a cutter, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
Pretty easy takes to start out this at bat. None of those pitches were even close to the strike zone.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Here's a check swing and a foul ball. Skied into straightaway right. Bruce has a read on it. And that retires the side. Now at the plate, Harvey Jean. He'll be charged with trying to get on board, leading off the 9th.
Harvey Jean.
9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. The windup and the 0-1. The high fastball is in there. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And this is fouled back and out of play. The next 0-2. And he missed with it. It's 1-2. Ready on 1-2. Slider stayed too low. Ball 2.
Well, that's great discipline. He's clearly sticking with his plan. Those 2 balls were down. He's thinking to himself, make him get it up before I swing. Get it off the knees.
Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
Now batting, left fielder Ryan McCord.
Into the windup and the pitch. Ryan McCord comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. A 1-0 delivery. Line drive to left. And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow.
Shortstop, number 9.
Gene Segura standing in. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. Here comes the first pitch. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Now a bunt attempt here, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Looking for the strike. Orlando
Feliz.
In and looking for more. Bobby Villalona, 1 for 2 with a double line thus far.
First baseman, number.
And this is going to be a foul ball. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hit hard towards center. And that falls in for a solid base hit, his 2nd of the night. The 9th inning's underway with a leadoff man aboard via the single. Into the box now, Connor Pitts.
Second baseman, Connor Pitts.
Before the first pitch, a check at first. And the runner back in standing. He's set. Here it comes. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Before the 0-1, he'll trim and float. Oh and 1, here it comes. Fouled back. Working for the punch out and the offering. Heading out towards shallow right. Bruce has a read on it. He's got it 1 away. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Now batting.
Stepping in, Rene Beltran. Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. And he's back easily. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. The win would be credited in the last Carrasco, and this one's in the dirt.
Good job there as the count goes to 1-2.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. Zobrist onto the grass, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Striding in, Jeff Pitts. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1.
Right there, Matt. You know, they get the leadoff man on, and they haven't been able to advance him. That's why they're not scoring runs. You got to hit and run, steal, do something to get that runner moving. Get aggressive.
Fouled straight back. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking for the final out. That's a tough pitch to lay off. Impressive that he did.
Hit hard toward the right side. And he'll put this one away. And with that, the ball game is over.